fairly white town in southeast Queensland, so country Australia. I guess being like one of the few Indigenous families in the area, I struggled with belonging and identity. I've had various mental health diagnoses over the years with depression and anxiety and PTSD, which I think can all probably stem back to various forms of belonging and racism and identity issues within that. The way I use art as a therapeutic tool for me is how I relax and how I deal with emotional things and mental health things. I will talk about them through my art and express myself through that, but also like the process of making. You reach this like moment when you're making where nothing else exists around you. Or like describe myself as a concept artist. I use painting and I work in oil and acrylics and watercolor or drawing. I'm also a photographer, a podcaster, and a composer.
The brothers claim to have a direct connection to a
Like
place.
the premise of the show is sort of that we're blackfellas that don't necessarily want to talk about blackfella issues. I realized this huge gap in my life of my family and where I had come from and that belonging, and so like the reason for doing the show was so that we would have a chance to talk every week and have some fun. My favorite artwork is probably a piece called Cook Falling, Tear It Down. A group of people working together to pull down the Cook statue in Hyde Park. It's like an expression of my ideology and rage around some things. For me, because it is like an integral part of who I am, I think like it's very easy to fall into a space where it is a really important tool in like my toolbox of mental health.